So welcome back here to Jersey Homestead. Today I wanted to go over the High Point 2 Gorilla playset that I purchased at Lowe's. I'm just going to give a review of it. Putting it together took about the time that they recommended. They guesstimated about 20 to 30 hours. It probably took me closer to 15 to 20. I was able to do it myself. They do say you probably need help by a friend, but you can make do, I found. Average strength, average size, so it's not the hardest thing to do. It did take me about 3 days. We are close to the winter solstice here in New Jersey, so I probably got about 6 hours a day in, so overall probably about 15 to 18 hours to finish it. So today I wanted to just say, number one, I thought it was very well made, very well put together. The directions were very straightforward. They were in English in a good way, not hard to understand. Every single piece was numbered and lettered, so it was almost like building a large-scale model. And it went together very well. So I was very pleased with that. It did take more time. You did have to read the instructions very closely. They are very detailed. They are good. But there are some things that could be confused. A couple of times I had inversed two poles. I had to take them out, put them back together. So there's that. But that was some of the best things. Number two, I think to do it myself, to buy the cedar, and it is high quality cedar wood that it's made out of. That would have cost me more than the kit cost to put it together, I think. And then doing it yourself, overall cost me about $1,000. I definitely would recommend, the key things that I'd recommend. Number one, when you're working on there's a rock wall face, I would definitely before you put the boards on, mount the rock, the climbing rocks, mount those first. That'll make it much easier. So that's the first tip I thought. Number two, when you're building it, I would use an impact driver. If you don't have one, definitely get one. The cedar is very hardwood, and getting some of the bolts and screws through took a lot of effort. With the impact driver, it wasn't hard at all. But if you're just using a regular drill, I think it's worth the purchase. I got one at Lowe's, a DeWalt. It's pretty decent. It's a nice one. I think it was like $99 on sale with a lithium-ion battery. So I would definitely get that. When I first got it, I laid out all the parts, and that was kind of important. Getting to see where everything is, getting familiarized with all the pieces, also making sure they're all there. I did end up with a fairly large amount of additional bolts and screws, so they do give you a good amount in case you drop one or one strips or breaks or something. But there's a lot of pieces, and so I think laying it out ahead of time was very good. The first day I went through the instructions, and if you go through it, here's how the final thing looks. You have the play set. But the individual parts, for instance, building the rock wall, building the steps, you can do that individually. And so what I did at first was, on my driveway, just put together all the parts. So I built the steps, built the rock wall, put the A-frame for the swings, bolted everything onto the swing beams. And that's about 5 hours work right there. So I did that, and then on the weekend, got out there and I just moved everything over and then started basically putting all the pieces together. I thought that was a good way to go. I'd recommend that plan of action. So I think that's about all. Overall, I thought it went together very well. I'd give it an A as a system, how it went together. I will let you know how it holds up. We are just getting into winter here on the Jersey Shore, where it's very windy and wet. We don't get a lot of snow here on the shore because of the ocean effect, but if we do, we'll see how everything holds up. Like I said, it is high quality cedar. I don't anticipate there being a problem. So if you want to see the video on the putting together of the whole fort slide child's playset, let me know. I'll put it together. It was fairly long. I'm debating whether I'm going to actually sit down and put it all together. But anyway, that's all for today. High recommendation for the High Point 2 Gorilla playset from Lowe's. If you like these videos, please hit like and subscribe. Until next time, here on New Jersey Homestead.